welcome to our flagpole prayer service. Our Bible passage for the month of May comes from James's letter. Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work, so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything. If any of you lacks wisdom, you should ask God, who gives generously to all without finding fault, and it will be given to you. Blessed is the one who perseveres under trial, because having stood the test, that person will receive the crown of life that the Lord has promised to those who love him. Reflecting on the theme of perseverance from this passage in the book of James, I can't help but think back to this current track season. I had to deal with a frustrating injury at the beginning of the track season, which unquestionably tested my ability to persevere towards the end of my season goals. Cross-country season ended unusually late for us, but in the best way possible. So after my 2 weeks off of running, about in the mid-December area, we started training for track. Our winter training was going really well, and each long run completed brought new confidence that this track season had the potential to be historic. About a week and a half into the official track practices, I had to take a day off because a posterior shin splint was developing up in my left leg, and it was getting worse with each step. I thought at first that this would just be a 2 or 3 day thing and I'd be right back on the track, but what was supposed to be a quick recovery turned out to be a 2.5 week ordeal before I could just even start running part-time. While I vigorously cross-trained swimming, biking, and using the Ultra G, I returned to the track, but not in my fittest condition, and when I returned, I still wasn't running full-time. What I quickly learned from cross-training was that it was a very lonely road back to health, and I really did not want to be cross-training alone, but I knew that in order to be running back with my best friends, I had to do this. In my first race at SF Invite, I ran the 4x8 and came within 3 seconds of my PR. My second race was Sarah Dual Meet, where I ran 8 seconds slower than my PR. And throughout the next couple of weeks, I regained fitness and was keeping up with the pack on almost all workouts and long runs, but in the races I felt like I was underperforming and increasingly got frustrated with each disappointing race. I beat myself up for hours over the races, but with the support of my coaches, my teammates, and my family, I feel like I was able to persevere through the disappointment. Even though I was left feeling unsatisfied after almost every race on the track, I never gave up. Each race I brought my confidence and I tried to leave it all out there. And it wasn't until about a week and a half ago when I finally ran a PR at top 8, and I was thrilled. I feel like I broke the bad race curse and built up confidence. But I couldn't have done this without my friends, my teammates, and my family, and my coaches. I think that this season has been God's test for me. It was a test of will and of faith. However, rather than leaving me in the dark, God was present in my faith, as well as each person that I talked to who helped me bring back to full strength. While it was and still is difficult for me to persevere through disappointment, my faith that God has a plan for my life and guides me whenever I need it has helped me to remember to see the bigger picture of things and bring a good attitude and confidence to any race. As we compete today at our Lost Dual Meet, let us remember that God will be present in each one of our teammates as they line the track, runways, and throwing rings for support. We have all persevered through the season together, and we will see it through the end together. When the 4x4 is over, I hope that no one has any regrets, so leave it all out there and persevere when the going gets tough. I promise you that the joy of the rewards will be worth it.